Hey there, and welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're joining us today. We're going to put on our business mentor hats and walk through something incredibly exciting. Launching your very own small and medium-sized enterprise, an SME, right in a rural village setting in Bangladesh. You know, the country is going through this massive economic transformation right now, and the demand for locally made products is just skyrocketing. So if you've been waiting for a sign to finally start that business, well, this is it. Let's get right to work.
Okay, let's dive into this by immediately shattering a super common myth. A lot of people look at successful businesses and think, man, I need millions, like several crores of taka, just to get my foot in the door. But honestly, the data shows that just isn't true. For a ton of high-potential SME businesses, an investment of just 5 to 25 lakh taka is more than enough to get you off the ground. And the best part? These rural ventures usually face way less competition than those crowded everyday businesses like clothing shops or restaurants in the city.
So, here is our roadmap for today. 1. The rural advantage. 2. Top village business ideas. 3. Essential skills and training. 4. Mandatory government registrations. And finally, 5. Marketing your rural products.
Let's start with part 1, the rural advantage. We're going to see exactly why your village is the perfect launch pad.
When you weigh the rural business scene against the urban one, it's actually super eye-opening. Sure, city-based entrepreneurs have immediate access to huge consumer markets and these massive distribution networks, which is fantastic if you're making something like paper cups, right? But think about your rural advantage. You have direct proximity to agricultural raw materials plus significantly lower operating costs. You are literally right at the source. This means you can produce high-demand goods at a mere fraction of the overhead costs that a city business would have to deal with.
Moving right along to part 2, top village business ideas. These are our top picks for high-return, local resource ventures.
We are looking for the ultimate trifecta here: low investment, manageable space, and absolutely killer profit margins. First up is vermicompost. Organic farming is growing so fast, and farmers are desperate for chemical-free solutions. You can launch this for just 5 to 10 lakh taka using local stuff like cow dung and agricultural waste. It does need a bit of room, around 5,000 to 10,000 square feet, but hey, space is exactly what villages have in abundance. Plus, the profit margins are a solid 30 to 50%. Second, mushroom farming. This market is exploding thanks to health trends. The setup is 5 to 15 lakh taka, but check out the space requirement, just 500 to 2,000 square feet. You could do this in a large shed because mushrooms thrive in dark, cramped spaces, and the margins are an incredible 30 to 60%. Lastly, spice processing. Every single household in Bangladesh uses spices, but hygienic, well-packaged, local options are rare. For 8 to 20 lakh taka and about 800 to 1,500 square feet, processing things like turmeric and cumin offers a highly scalable business with 25 to 40% margins.
I actually want to pause for a second and just emphasize this number: 50%. With ventures like vermicompost and mushroom farming, your profit margins can comfortably hit 50%, sometimes even pushing 60%. When you compare those kinds of returns to the razor-thin margins of a standard grocery store in town, it is a no-brainer why these resource-based rural ventures are such a brilliant move.
Oh, and I definitely have to throw in 2 honorable mentions here: mustard oil processing and animal feed manufacturing. With mustard seeds so easily available from places like Rajshahi and Rangpur, and a booming livestock sector hungry for feed made from local rice bran and maize, both of these are exceptionally strong, locally sourced ideas.
All right, part 3, essential skills and training. Let's talk about building your foundation.
Listen, a great idea is nothing without the know-how, but you absolutely don't have to figure this out alone. For agricultural ventures like compost or mushrooms, your very first step should be contacting the Department of Agricultural Extension. Step 2, if you're leaning towards food tech like spice processing or mustard oil, you'll want to visit the BSICI or the SME Foundation. And step 3, whatever you do, don't overlook the local NGOs. They run some fantastic training programs. The support system is out there, just waiting for you to tap into it.
Which brings us to part 4, mandatory government registrations. It's time to clear the red tape.
I know, government bureaucracy sounds terrifying. Nobody likes paperwork, right? But honestly, when you look at the mandatory legal steps, it's just a simple checklist. You need a trade license to operate locally, a TIN for your taxes, a BIN or VAT registration for your sales tax, and depending on your specific manufacturing process, an environmental clearance. Think of these 4 things as your pre-flight checklist. Knock these out and your business is legit, protected, and completely ready to scale without any legal headaches down the road.
Finally, Part 5. Marketing your rural products. This is all about making the sale.
So let me ask you directly, who is actually going to buy your product? If you're out there in the village bagging up vermicompost or fresh mushrooms, how do you find those eager buyers?
Well, let's break down exactly where your customers are. If you're producing organic compost, 30% of your market is local farmers and another 30% is agricultural nurseries. That means 60% of your target market is literally right in your own backyard. They desperately need chemical-free fertilizers. Another 20% are roof gardeners in nearby towns who love organic growing, and for products like packaged mushrooms or processed spices, that final 20% is found in urban super shops, restaurants, and online marketplaces. By knowing exactly who these groups are, you can sell locally with ease while strategically shipping to those higher-paying urban centers.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a defining formula, straight from this source's final thoughts. Start small. You really don't need to conquer the whole market on day one. Maintain uncompromised product quality to build a reputation you can bank on. And most importantly, reinvest your profits wisely. Follow this exact formula, and you will build a sustainable, highly profitable enterprise.
So I'll leave you with this one final thought. We've looked at the data, the low operating costs, the massive profit margins, and we've laid out the entire roadmap. Are you ready to take that modest 5 lakh investment and transform it into your personal pathway to financial independence? The opportunity is entirely yours. Thanks so much for joining me today, and happy building!